It wasn't clear if he was referring to his wife's infidelity or her death. "I can imagine." It was a stupid remark. Of course she couldn't imagine what he must have gone through. "I'm so sorry," she repeated. She didn't know what else to say.
"We were fine until she met someone else."
Studying his profile, she saw his lips pressed together, contorting his face. Afraid he might break down, she was relieved when he spoke calmly.
"It had to end. It couldn't go on."
Wanting to comfort him, she couldn't think of the right words. Only his disgusting hairiness restrained her from reaching out and putting her hand on his. "I know how you feel," she said quietly.
"Really?"
She turned away, unnerved by the intensity of his gaze. The bench beside her creaked as he shifted position.
"How could you possibly understand?"
A few yards away on the grass, the boys were playing football. With nothing else to distract her, she had a sudden urge to confess her unhappiness. Brian had told her about his wife's suicide. That must have been a painful confidence to share, inviting her to divulge secrets of her own. It would be heartless to hold back. What did it matter anyway? Barely a vague recollection from the past, he was effectively a stranger. "My husband's unfaithful," she blurted out. All at once, she thought she was going to cry. She had never spoken the words out loud to anyone but her husband, who doggedly denied her accusations, claiming she didn't understand his relationships with other women. She'd believed him at first, when he used to say he was working late, but it had been impossible to ignore the evidence. He was permanently besotted with one young girl or another. No amount of pleading on her part made any difference.
"Bastard,"
Brian said. She warmed to his anger. There was no reason for him to care about her distress. He didn't know her, not anymore. The fact that they'd once sat in the same classroom was irrelevant. The past had been overshadowed by a more immediate bond. Betrayal. Ed ran towards them, waving and calling out something she couldn't hear. As soon as she waved back, he ran off again.
"Yours?"
he asked. "Yes, they're football mad," she chuckled. "Have you got kids?"
"No. I'd have liked a family, but somehow it never happened. We never did get to the bottom of it, and then—"
He paused. They watched the twins in silence for a few moments.
"Your boys look as if they're enjoying themselves."
She followed his puzzled gaze. "They're identical."
"Of course. Thought I was seeing double there for a minute." He smiled. "Must be hard work. How old are they?"
10.
"How could your husband even think of cheating when you've got kids their age?"
He turned to her.
"Tell you what, why don't you let me help you? If I can, that is."
Instantly on her guard, she asked what kind of help he had in mind.
"I was just thinking," he paused, "it might be a good thing if we could wake your husband up with a dose of jealousy. What I mean is, he's busy playing away from home, right?"
She nodded cautiously.
"And all the time he knows you're sitting at home. You're always there whenever he wants to come back to you. I expect you even cook him dinner."
She was tempted to tell him it was none of his business what went on between her and her husband, but she kept quiet, intrigued.
"What he needs is a bit of a scare. Something to make him think he might lose you if he's not careful."
"Lose me?" Her gaze wandered back to the boys, kicking their football around. "I could never leave him. Not before they're grown up, anyway."
"Oh, good Lord, no. I'm not suggesting you leave him. But there are other ways."
"I don't know what you're talking about." He must have realised that she was irritated because he spoke quickly.
"What I'm suggesting is that I could maybe go to your house and make him think I'm interested in you. I could turn up on the doorstep and pretend I'm looking for you. Didn't expect him to be there, that kind of thing. Put the wind up him a bit. Let him wonder who the hell I am and what I want with you. People who are playing away from home always suspect everyone else is doing the same. It's the way their minds work. That's all I'm suggesting. Make him..."